everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa, and in today's video, I'm going to show you all of the things that I have in my Willow Creek save file in preparation for my Willow Creek rotational let's play. I'm going to show you all of the families, their storylines, and the houses that they live in. I'll show you all of the community lots that we're going to be using, the family calendar and holidays that I have set, all of my MC Command Center settings that I've set for this let's play, and in the very last section of this video, I will show you all of the mods that I have in my mods folder for this save file specifically. Okay, so first I'm going to show you guys the families. I've created 3 of my own to go along with the other families that live in Willow Creek already. So the first one that we'll talk about today is the Swann family. The Swann sisters are older sister Jazz and younger sister Billy. Jazz is a focused and driven young adult with big dreams of making it in the music industry. She's protective of her younger sister Billy, who thrives on excitement and chaos. Billy is more interested in partying and causing a little trouble than following rules or focusing on schoolwork. Also, I just want to let you guys know right now, this entire Let's Play series was inspired by Ocean Sims Willow Creek rotational Let's Play. So throughout the save file and the Let's Play, you might see some similarities, and that is why. This is one house that Ocean Sims has in her Let's Play, and when I saw it, I was in love. And I think it's just because of how realistic it looks. That's kind of a theme that I tried to take throughout this entire thing, is like more realism. So the house that the Swann sisters live in is the 3352 Maple Drive lot by Windbrook, and I've furnished it to match their personalities. This is Jazz's bedroom. So Jazz is a sim who's really into music and art and writing and all the things that kind of fall into the creative category. So this is her bedroom, where there's kind of a lot going on. It's a little bit messy, but I feel like it's not nearly as messy as Billy's room. I had so much fun putting Billy's room together, and it was actually the first bedroom that I created in this entire thing. Making teenage bedrooms is like one of my favorite things, so I'm very excited to play through her. She's just a chaotic teenager. She doesn't care about homework. She's got all of her things everywhere. This house also has a basement where we have laundry and Jazz's music room, as well as another bathroom, and then just some extra space for whatever else. I really love this house, and I'm super excited to play with them. I feel like it'll be really fun to find a partner for Jazz and see what kind of trouble Billy gets into as a teenager. Yeah, I'm just really excited for them. On to the next family who lives in Foundry Cove. This is the Sutton household. If you followed along with my Sims 4 Castaway series, then you should recognize this family. Although they have had a little bit of a time jump, the Sutton family has faced more challenges than most Sims could imagine. After years stranded on a deserted island, Raina, Elliot, Isabella, and Elena are finally back to normal life, safe and happy in Willow Creek. Raina and Elliot are the power couple everyone admires, but their biggest challenge starts now. Isabella just became a teen, and Elena isn't far behind. If they survive the island, they can survive their teenage girls too, right? So this is the new Sutton house. This lot is 306 Courtyard Lane, and it is by Mldmlk. This is another house that if you've watched Ocean Sims Let's Play, then you probably recognize it. This is the house that her family, the Everetts, live in. I'm obsessed with this house, but I decided that the Suttons should have a house that's a little bit more upgraded. I don't know what the process would be if you were rescued from an island, but I can imagine they had some government assistance. And then Elliot does very well in the business. Where? Why is she making hot dogs right now? I'm trying to show you guys. Let's forget about that. Elliot is doing very well for himself in the business career, so that is how they're able to afford a house like this. As of now, I didn't give Raina a job. I was thinking she could either be a stay-at-home mom, or eventually, because I don't have it yet, but I want to get the businesses and hobbies pack, and they could have some kind of market where they sell all of their fresh produce. I mean, or I could just make her go out into the world and sell all of the stuff that they grow. I don't know, something like that, some kind of like farmer's market type thing I could see them doing, just because after living on an island for however many years, both Elliot and Raina have very high gardening skills. Anyways, this is their living room. I tried to make it look like a family lives here. There's stuff everywhere. Backpacks, shoes, lunchbox, crafts on the table, grocery bag, like just things everywhere. Here is the upstairs. I had so much fun creating this. So this is Isabella's bedroom. Isabella is a cheerleader, so she's got her little cheer things around, and that is a skill that we're gonna work on with her. You can see she's a little bit girly, she's a little bit messy. She's got her scallop shell from when she was a baby. But yeah, just another fun teenager room. This is little Elena's bedroom. She is the crafty one in the family. She's got her summer crafts right here. Oh, that's so cute. Wait, it's like a garland. I love that. Okay, this fits perfectly. So yeah, she's the crafty one. She loves to color and paint and do crafts. And I feel like that really reflects in her bedroom. She's got her toys over here in the corner. And then over here, Raina and Elliot's room, I tried to give them a room that's like very calming and relaxing, but still kind of gives like island vibes since they lived on an island for so long. They've got all their little trinkets. They have a Medal of Courage, and they have a bravery heart that was given to them by the city. They've got their heirloom heart of Sulani. They've got the fingers of Sulani. These will be passed down to their kids. And then just a little office for Elliot since he is in the business career. He's gonna need somewhere to work. Are you serious right now? Put this fire out. Who's making hot dogs at 7 in the morning anyways? On to the next family who lives in the Foundry Cove area. We have the BFF household. They're currently living in a residential rental, so I didn't change their description. It still says Free Spirit Liberty, Cheerful Summer, and Geeky Travis are unlikely friends, and nothing can come between these three, except perhaps the growing feelings both Summer and Liberty have for Travis. So I wanted to keep this dynamic, but I also wanted to add a new character. This is Juno Lee. She is the younger sister of Liberty Lee. This lot is called the Dawsons, and it is also by Windbrook. I saw this and I just love how realistic, again, that it looks. Currently nobody is living in this house over here, and I think I might want to keep it that way, at least for a little bit, because I don't feel like dealing with the weird neighbors just going back and forth and ending up in our house. So I think having this one empty for a while might be nice. So here's their little house. I did not change any walls or floors that came in this house. I wanted to really try and make it feel like they're renting the house, and it's a used house for sure. Like, the floors are old, the walls are old, like you can just tell that people have lived here before. The only thing that I did change is the carpet, just because I don't like the old EA carpet. I like this new one. So that's the only thing that's fresh. But they have a very tiny kitchen and 2 little chairs. Couple things on the counter. I tried to make it look like this house was decorated by all 3 of them, so there's like bits of everybody thrown in here. Here's their little living room and Juno's little corner where she can play with her toys. They've got their coffee table with their game, the mixed furniture. So this is the first floor of their rental house, then going down into the basement. This is where Travis lives. I mean, he lives in the house, but this is where he stays most of the time. He's got his little gaming corner here. He is geeky and he is in the tech guru career, so I thought he really needed a gaming corner here. His bedroom is pretty bare, not a lot of things in it, it's very small. The laundry room and his bathroom. Then moving upstairs to the 2nd floor, I struggled a lot with trying to figure out what Summer's style is. I made her kind of sporty and preppy, so I just decided let's just give her like that clean girl aesthetic room. I feel like that fits. So everything is white and cream and cozy. This is Summer's bedroom. Then moving over here, this is Liberty's bedroom, and actually creating her bedroom is what made me decide to give her younger sister, because I was like, this looks very childish because she's supposed to be a quirky sim. So I made it very quirky and fun. And seeing these little pictures, which I will show you guys later, that is part of a mod that I have, but seeing these in the catalog, I was like, I want to give her somebody, a little sister, a niece, like something. And I felt like a sister made the most sense. So they actually share this room, they share this bed. So yeah, I had the most fun creating her room. I love creating rooms that just have stuff everywhere and clutter, and like I played with the lights. It just looks very like cozy, and I like the vibe in here. Here is the bathroom that all of the girls share. It's very small, it's very cramped, as is this entire house, but I cannot wait to play with this family. This family would be really fun for like a Halloween party or something. Liberty has the party animal aspiration, and Summer has friend of the world. So they're gonna be popular Sims. They're gonna know a lot of people, and this just looks like a good house for Halloween decorations and yeah, Halloween party. Move this car over here and like put stuff out front. It'll be so fun. Moving over to Courtyard Ln next, we're going to talk about our next family. This is the Dreamer family. After losing their spouses to tragic incidents, Brandy broke and Darren Dreamer crossed paths at just the right time. Bonding over grief, financial struggles, and the challenges of raising boys on their own, they quickly realized they needed each other. A whirlwind romance led to an elopement in Sulani, and now with a newly blended family, the real challenge begins. Can they guide their sons to stay on the right path and make the most of the second chance at love? This is the family house lot by ziczackitty. I saw this, and actually I think this house is what made me want to create the Dreamer family. Like, the house inspired me to make them instead of them inspiring the house. I did add a little painting studio back here for Darren because he is a self-employed painter, so he's got to have his own studio. Got the bikes back here for the boys, little playhouse, little patio set for family dinners outside. This house has 2 floors. The main room here is the living room, dining room, and kitchen. It's a little bit cramped. I tried to make this house very bright and colorful because Darren is a painter and Brandy is actually a teacher. She's in the education career, and she is a teacher of her own. She has a classroom. She loves children. She's a happy, bubbly woman. So of course we've got the kids' crafts here, and yeah, lots of colors and fun things. And again, I tried to make this house look realistic with clutter and not like the most brand new furniture because they're a blended family. I need to cheat down their money. I feel like they shouldn't have this much here. They'll probably be like around 5,000 or maybe a little less. But yeah, I mean, they don't have like a perfect house. They have a nice house that is very lived in. So they had a little bit of money and they renovated this bathroom. However, the upstairs bathroom is a little bit more dated. This is the bathroom that all the boys share. And here is their upstairs. They've got this, I guess it's not a loft, but you know, just the first upstairs room above the stairs. This is their gaming room. They've got their dartboard, their video games, toys, all the things where they hang out. So this is Dustin and Dirk's room. They share a room. Dirk is up here on the top bunk. He's got his drawings right there. Dustin's down at the bottom. I haven't decided yet what I want for them as teenagers. Like if I want them to be in any extracurricular activities or like who I want them to date. Like I haven't decided that. I feel like we can all do it together. However, I have decided that Bo Broke is really into science. He is their little brainiac boy. So he's got the void critter stuff in here, super messy room, lots of things. He wants to be a scientist when he grows up, or an astronaut or something. I think an astronaut is what I was thinking when I made this room. There's just a lot of like spacey things. So astronaut is probably going to be his lifetime wish once he ages up. But yeah, I had so much fun just creating this entire house. I love it, and I can't wait to play with this family either. Fun fact, I actually already recorded the first episode. I'm creating this later because at the time of recording, I wasn't like done with everything, you know, to the point where I'm like ready to show you guys. But I played the Pancakes household, who I will show you next. I had so much fun, and I feel like this Let's Play is gonna be a blast. So as I said, next is the Pancakes household. So they live across the street from the Dreamers. Bob and Eliza just bought their first home, newly renovated downstairs, but the upstairs is still stuck in the 1980s. The kitchen is Bob's dream come true, but Eliza can't stand the outdated second floor and the odd mix of old and new throughout the house. With opposite personalities and drained savings, can they renovate, fulfill Eliza's dream of owning a spa, and juggle Bob's culinary ambitions? Bob and Eliza are living in the cozy base game house by ninahschmidt. I love this house, and I felt like this house was right for them, but then I remembered they're young adults. And looking at the inside, the way that it was furnished, I refurnished it myself because I was like, there's no way that they would have all of this furniture, but I still want it to look nice. So that kind of created the story of Bob and Eliza buying their first house. This is the kitchen that caught Bob's eye the second they walked in, and he said, I have to have this house. And they probably went back and forth a little bit because the rest of the house, at least on the first floor, is renovated, but the second floor is not. Second floor is scuffed and dirty and old, except for the main bathroom that guests and anyone else will use. This was also renovated by the previous owners, but the rest of the house was not. And Eliza doesn't like it. She did her best with the decorating, but she does not love this house. And she wants to own her own spa. She's in the salary person career, and she just doesn't love it. Like, this just isn't what she wants. She's not very happy. So I'm really looking forward to playing them because I feel like, again, there's so many different things. Like, are they going to work out as a married couple if she's unhappy and he's not? Or are they going to come together and she's gonna fulfill her dreams alongside Bob, or is she gonna leave Bob and try to fulfill her dreams on her own? Like, there's just so many things that we could do here. And now on to the last family in the rotation. Over in Pendula View, we have the Goth household, who received a full makeover and a full renovation inside their house. However, I did not change their description at all. The Goths are an aristocratic family with a dreary aura. Between Mortimer writing macabre stories and Bella's mysterious disappearances, will Cassandra and Alexander grow up to be gloomy too? So in my game, I still have the Goth family in their original house, but I have given it a full first, second, and third floor makeover, and I feel like it fits them so well. I tried to go with a nice mix of like modern, but also a little traditional and also a little bit gothic. So throughout the house, I feel like you'll see a nice mix of things. I feel like I put it together pretty well. I'm really excited. Why is there a mailbox in here? I forgot to put the mailbox outside. I love when they just put it in the front of the house, like inside the front door. So here's their living room. They've got this like super spooky fireplace with the candles and the urns and the music box, but then they've got this like modern setup here with the couch and coffee table. They've got their bookshelves, grand piano in front of the windows. Here's their kitchen. I had to extend the house just a tad bit right here so that I could give this kitchen like a regular shape and some space. They've got their little casual dining spot for just the 4 of them as a family. But then over in here, they've got their grand dining table, which this is a little glitchy. It bugs me a little bit. I don't like the flickering, but I love this table. It just wasn't big enough, so I had to put 2 together. But yeah, here's their party spot, their grand dining room, because Bella is a party animal. I don't remember if I made her like that or if she already was. I think she already was, because the way I designed this house, I was like trying to imagine, oops, that's not centered. But I was trying to imagine her being like, you know, very fancy, throwing like these dinner parties and a New Year's Eve party and a Christmas party, and just like always having people over for these grand parties, having their house filled with people in here mingling, over here eating, all of that. Now moving up to the 2nd floor. So upstairs, we've got another piano with this beautiful sofa that came with the, what was that kit called again? Secret Sanctuary. I used a lot of stuff from that pack in this house. I feel like it was literally perfect. It was like, wasn't it designed for Bella Goth actually? Now that I'm thinking about it. That's why it's so perfect. Okay, it makes sense now. Here is Alexander's bedroom. So opposite of what Ocean Sims did for this family, she had Cassandra Goth being like the average teenager who's not following the footsteps of the family being like spooky and weird and goth. I did that with Alexander. So Alexander is just a boy. Like, he's just a kid. He's got his toys in here. He likes green. His room was designed by his parents, but it's less like gothic, I guess. It's a little bit more fun, and like it just looks like a regular kid lives in here. He's got all his things on his desk and his little toy corner and his Void Critters poster. Then moving over this way, we've got Mortimer and Bella's bedroom. I love it. I used a lot of things from the Life and Death pack in this house. So I gave them all the spooky gothic things. She's got her little vanity table over here by the window. I gave them the costume chest, and I also cheated their relationship up all the way to the top. So they are like a very, very, very happy couple right now. I don't have any plans to split them up. Like, they're romantic with each other. They're very happy. And lastly, again, I had the most fun with Cassandra's room. Cassandra is the funky, spooky, gothic teenage girl. So I gave her actually pretty much the same bedroom that I made for a Mini Build Monday episode, if you've seen that one. I made a teenage girl's bedroom using only base game and things from Life and Death, so I didn't use the exact same setup just because the room is a different shape, but I used a lot of the same things, but I made it a little darker. So she's got the black raven and moon wallpaper, which I love. Like, I love that it's twinkly. She's got her chandelier. Here's her little like hangout area when she's got friends over. She's got a raven, or a crow. It's a crow, sorry, not a raven. And I also gave her a skylight. This was a little bit tricky to make. I had to use like 1, 2, 3, 4 different roofs, I think. But yeah, I give her a little skylight right there too, so the sun will come in. It comes in through the window, but also through the roof. Once again, I had a lot of fun decorating this house and just like matching the house to the family and their personality. So those are all the families that are going to be in this rotation. The Spencer Kim Lewis family, I started a makeover. You can kind of see with Alice, she looks a little bit different. I want to go in and finish their makeover, but it wasn't like crucial to the story over here. If you guys want to see that family, we can always add them in later. This is just what I wanted to start with, just like 6 families. I didn't want to overwhelm myself. But yeah, these are all the families. So now we can move on, and I want to show you all of the community lots that we're going to be using. So first, we're going to start with the Magnolia Blossom Park. This lot is by Huffed 2. It's gorgeous. I'm like obsessed. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is the one. I came in and added and changed a couple things. I added like this performance space and then this little blanket. I changed the park around a little bit. I think I just changed the sand and the different playscapes here. And then I added a little wedding arch in here because I just feel like this is like a beautiful place to elope if we've got like a couple who's not, you know, really interested in a huge wedding, but they want to get married. They can come elope right here. And this, I forgot what this is called. Observatory. It's not an observatory. What is this called? No, it's conservatory, not observatory. Okay, this is the The conservatory, a beautiful place to get married. And I love what they've done here with all the greenery. It's just, oh, it's so pretty. I thought about putting the wedding arch here, but it's in the middle of the walkway. In there is like, I feel like it's perfect. But yeah, I love this park. It's amazing. Next, we're back in Foundry Cove. This lot was originally called Newcrest Basketball Park by MintyFreshSims. I changed a few things. At this point, it was so long ago, I don't remember what, other than the flooring on the basketball court and maybe like some areas over here near the playground equipment. But otherwise, I think I left this pretty much as is. I really like this park, and I feel like this neighborhood deserves a cute little park, especially with all of the teenagers and kids around. This is like a nice little place for them to play and congregate that is close to home. Next, we have this combination lot. This is called the Willow, and it is by me. I made this just the other day. I struggled for so long. I did not know what to put on this lot. Thought I wanted apartments for the longest time, and then I was like, no, I don't want apartments. I'd rather have like a community space. I just didn't know what to put here, and I changed it over and over again. And then it hit me. I was like, wait a minute, a splash pad park combo where you can just walk into a restaurant right next to it. So that is what we have here. We've got a nice little park, nothing crazy, like little playground, little splash pad, this little beverage bodega. Again, the romantic blanket and some horseshoes, just a place for the kids to play if their parents are over here hanging out and they don't feel like being in the restaurant anymore. They can get up and go to the park, or spend a day at the park and then go out to dinner as a family. So this lot is kind of like 3-in-1 actually. So there's a park, and then the first floor is a little restaurant. I don't know what style this restaurant is. I like it though. It's like, I feel like it's like fresh. There's lots of patio seating if you want to eat outside. Then if you go upstairs, there is an outdoor bar that kind of overlooks the whole quarter here. But if you don't feel like going outside, you can stay inside and sit in the little lounge area. We can have an entertainer up on the stage. And if there's no entertainer inside, then you can come outside. You can blow bubbles out here on the deck. We've got a performance stand up here, and then we've got a little dance floor. So this is like a perfect family or date night spot, I feel like. It kind of can be like either one. And next we have a renovation lot of the Blue Velvet. So this lot is by tamo-sim, and I really like it. There's a lot of things to do in here. The entertainment stage, seating to watch the comedian or piano player, foosball, Don't Wake the Llama, a fireplace, darts, like everything. Moving upstairs, I know I placed these bubble blowers out here on the deck, and then I also might have placed the seating up here. I know I placed this. That's probably all I did, is really the upstairs. I think the whole downstairs I left as is. But yeah, this is like a really good spot to come out with friends, or if you're having a date night, this is like the perfect place. I really liked the Blue Velvet before. It just needed a makeover, and I didn't want to do it, so I found somebody else who did, and I love this lot. It's great. And next, moving down the street, again, we have the Riverbell Cafe and Library. And once again, this lot was created by me. So this lot has a lot to offer. On one side, we have the super like boho, plant-filled, cute little cafe with an outdoor patio and lots of seating. But I feel like this is a good place to come and get some work done or have a coffee date with friends. Then over on this side, we have the library, which is 2 stories. The library also has a back patio with some seating and chess tables, lots of areas to study and do homework. Then moving upstairs, we've got the computer desks with the sun from the skylight shining through. And then over here, this is like my favorite part. So we've got 2 bathrooms, and then this is like the entrance to like the kids club, like kids section. We've got like the art on display like as soon as you walk in. And then yeah, here's the kids section of the library. They've got their little study spot, big chalkboard wall, block table, art table. So anywhere that your adult Sims are, if they're getting coffee or if they're in the library, the kids can always come up here and play. And we've got the hopscotch outside and more seating for the cafe. Just, yeah, another lot where all of your Sims can come and gather. Oh, and then the library has a second patio or balcony with more seating and art easels. So this is a good place for skills. Now on to our last lot on the strip here. This is Willow Creek Gym by simpolcheeks. When I tell you, I was having such a hard time finding the perfect gym until I found this. I was so happy. I love it. I changed a lot in here, but I kept the layout of everything. Like the placement of all the items I kept the same. I just changed like the furniture pieces and then the floor and the walls. It started with the floor and then it moved on to the walls, and then I just like started changing everything. But the original design of the gym is the same. So I love this. There's the weight room and like a boxing ring. This is amazing. The check-in desk in the front. Going upstairs here, we've got like the treadmill room and then a yoga studio, which I'm super excited to use this. I don't think this was a yoga studio before, but I turned it into one. This is like the one room that I fully changed like what goes in here. And we've got the bar over here with the drink tray, and then moving down into the basement, there's a whole pool. Again, like I changed the furniture, but I kept the entire layout and design the same. So yeah, this is our gym, and then our entire Willow Creek Crawdad quarter that is ready for Sims to come out on the town. I have a few more community lots placed in Magnolia Promenade and Newcrest, but I will save those for later when we're actually playing, just because I feel like I've shown you guys a lot of lots right now, and we can save a few things for later to be surprised. But I wanted to at least show you all of the lots in actual Willow Creek. Okay, so for this Let's Play, here is what the calendar looks like. To create this calendar, I used the More Selectable Icons mod by Zerbu, and that unlocks like every icon that's in the game. It just gives you so much more freedom, and you're able to be a little bit more creative with all of your holidays. There's also a mod for traditions, but I don't have that one downloaded. I just have the icons. But I have things in here like the last day of school, and then I have a whole summer break. Halfway through summer, we have our midsummer celebration, which is based off of the United States 4th of July or Independence Day. But on this day, our Sims will barbecue, have fireworks, have a party spirit, and have water fun. On the last day of summer, we have backyard bash. So again, barbecue, drinking, fireworks, water fun, and party spirit. Just a fun way to end the summer. On the first day of fall, we have Simtember. This is something that I just came up with because I feel like the moment summer's over, everyone just like instantly gets into cozy mode. So on the first day of Simtember, we will light a fire, watch sports TV, have festive lighting, we'll decorate for fall, and we'll bake. That's the day that I will change outfits. Everyone's gonna be wearing sweaters and cozy clothes. So that's a little one that I'm excited for. It's not like a major holiday, but whatever household we're playing with, like we'll acknowledge that it's the first day of fall. And then of course we have Spooky Day, which is where I want to play with the BFFs and throw like a really big Halloween party. So we have to make sure that they know enough people, but I feel like that'll be fun. And then we have Harvest Fest break and Harvest Fest. Then we've got a whole week of winter with nothing going on. I thought about adding a snow day, but I feel like with all of these things going on, I'm like the kids need like a steady time to go to school. So I didn't add anything here. But in the second week of winter, we've got Winterfest Eve, which is when Father Winter will come. He will come on Winterfest Eve. I was thinking about it and I was like, in all of these Christmas songs, Santa comes on Christmas Eve at night, and then you wake up on Christmas morning to have presents. So Father Winter comes on Winterfest Eve. And then we have Winterfest. We'll invite family over and have a grand meal, light the fire, open gifts. Then we've got an extra day for Winterfest break. We've got New Year's Eve on a Friday night, and then we have the weekend. Love Day is in the middle of the week, but we will still be going to school. And then we have Bloomfest, which is, I guess, similar to Easter, but I didn't want to call it Easter. Bloomfest is just to celebrate halfway through spring. Everything is blooming, everything is green again. We'll do an egg hunt, the flower bunny will come, we'll give flowers, attend a holiday ceremony if any Sims are interested in doing so, and we will have a grand meal. So as of now, this is what I have in here. If you guys have any more ideas for any other holidays, let me know. Okay, I just bought a computer because next I want to tell you guys all about the MC Command Center settings that I have in this save file. And I figured it would be easier to just kind of show you like where these things are if you are interested in doing them as well. So the first two major things that I have in here are under gameplay settings. We've got game time speed. The default is a 25 and I've changed it to a 30, so the game time is just a little bit slower. I didn't want to do anything too drastic. It's just enough to just give us a couple extra sim minutes to get things done. Next, I didn't know this was even a thing. Motive decay. Sim motive decay percent. I changed it to an 80. So the default is 100 and I moved it down. So now the Sims motives will decay much slower. I didn't think it was going to make that much of a difference until I played with the Pancakes household, and it really does make a difference. So if you are someone who really enjoys storytelling and you're not interested in taking care of the needs as much, this is for you. I didn't know that this was ever even here. I never noticed, but I changed it and it helps. Next, in the MC Tuner section, I changed interaction behavior. So allow child baby care is enabled. Monster under the bed is disabled because I can't stand that guy. No more monster under the bed. It's so obnoxious. Next, in the MC population settings, if we go down to other settings, we have no Reaper stalking, which is enabled, so the Grim Reaper will not just be showing up because that is not realistic. And maximum Sims in zone, I've changed to 25. So we will have at most 5 extra Sims showing up on community lots, and I think that should also change the amount of Sims that I can invite to a party. And that's it. So those are all the settings. If there are any more settings in here that you guys use that's like a must-have for you, let me know, and I will consider adding it to the save. Now on to the last portion of this video. I just wanted to go through and show you guys all of the mods that I have in my game, because I'm sure you guys might wonder, and then there are times that I'm watching someone else play and I see something and I get excited about it, but I don't know what it is or who it's by. So I just wanted to share with you guys the things that I have in my mods folder for this save file. MC Command Center is a mod that I've had in my game for a really long time, and I will always recommend it because you can do things like this, like I just showed you in the previous section. You can really fine-tune the game to be exactly how you want it to be, or at least pretty close. UI Cheats extension is another one that I've had for a very long time. This allows you to click on areas of the user interface to adjust things, basically. Left click on a needs bar to set its value from the position you clicked. Right click on a character value meter to set it from -100 to 100. Right click on a skill bar to select a level. Just things like that. Things where like you don't have time to actually go through and you don't have a cheat code or you don't want to use a cheat code, just click on it. That is what this is for, and I love it and I will always recommend it. XML injector is another one that I have. To be honest, I don't know what this does, but I know you need it for a lot of mods, so get this one. Teleport any sim is what I use to take thumbnail photos. It does just as it says. You can teleport any sim. You can summon sims that are not even on your lot and bring them to your lot if you want them to. I've done that before. If there's someone that I need around and I can't call them for whatever reason, to get them there, I just use the teleporter. Sorry, I forgot to mention, along with the teleporter, you need Andrew's pose player, which is how you actually get the sims to pose. The teleporter will just teleport them, but if you use them both together, that is how you get the perfect mix to pose your sims for photos. Next, we'll move on to build mode mods. The Better Build by Mod by TwistedMexi is a favorite of mine. It really just allows you to sort through the build menu so much better. It comes with more features, but sorting through the build by menu is what I use it for the most, and that is why I love it so much. When it's not in my game or when it's outdated or whatever, like I can really tell because I have to enter cheat codes instead of just checking the box. So thank you TwistedMexi for creating this because it makes building 10 times easier. Another one by TwistedMexi is Tool Mod. Tool Mod is another one that I have gotten used to. I was so afraid of it when I first downloaded it, but once you get used to it, it's so easy. It's used for taking objects off the lot, but I use it to resize and reposition objects when I am building and decorating. That's what I primarily use it for, so this is another one that I highly recommend. Next, we'll talk about lighting. So I have the Sunblind mod by Softer Haze, and I've had it in my game for so long that I don't remember what the game looked like without it, but it just adjusts the lighting to be so much like this, like darker. This is something that I don't necessarily love. It makes it kind of hard to play sometimes if you're somewhere dark, but it makes the sunrises and the sunsets so much prettier. It's just so much more vibrant. So this is another one that I would really recommend. More lighting mods that I have are No Blue and No Glow by Lumia. So No Blue takes away that like cool tint that's on the game. So as you can see, this is the Maxis lighting. It looks very cool, and here it just looks like average. There's no blue tint. And then I also have the No Glow, which takes away this like lighting shadow thing. I don't know. There's still shadows, but it just makes it a little bit flatter. I mean, she's not glowing, I guess is how you could put it. Like, yeah, the weird shadows are gone. The Sims just look a lot better, I think. Next, I'll show you some of the random mods that I have. Some of these are like tuning mods, some of these are overrides, some of these are just nice to have in game, but they don't necessarily fit into a category, I guess. So one mod that is very helpful to have is Steady Sit and Seat Any Sim by Mldmlk, and it is exactly as it sounds. You can steady sit the Sims so they're less likely to get up right away, or you can seat multiple Sims in one place together, which is helpful if you're trying to like group your Sims together in one place. Next, I have No Push-Ups or Sit-Ups at the Wrong Time or in the Wrong Place by Bossy Lady TV. Again, this is exactly as it sounds and looks. Sims are no longer doing push-ups and sit-ups just out in public or in the middle of the kitchen. This one is not very important, but it's a nice, like, cozy mod to have. This is Turn On TV by Mizoriyuki, and literally you just can turn on the TV. I think you could do that in Sims 3, but you can't do it in Sims 4. So it's like, it's nice if you just want the background noise without the sim actually watching the TV. Then we have the more selectable icons mod by Zerbu, and you guys saw this one in game when I showed you the calendar. This is literally all it does. It just gives you so many more icons to choose from for creating holidays, clubs, I didn't realize this part, small businesses, SimTuber avatars, and lifestyle brands. So you get more icons for all of these things with this mod, which is helpful again just for like customization and being more creative. Then we have this really cool mod. It's very fun to watch. This is the skateboard and scooter mod by Hackerber, and I added this one in because I want my sim Billy Swann to be a skater, or possibly Dirk Dreamer or Dustin Broke or any of the other teenagers. I feel like it would be fun to see them skating around instead of just always riding bikes. It changes things up a little bit and adds a new hobby. These next few overrides are by Simkatsu. These are amazing. I found these through Ocean Sims watching her Let's Play. This is my favorite one, reading in bed. I'm obsessed. You guys will see in the first episode I had Eliza Pancakes laying in bed reading, and it's just so cozy. They can read in bed in a couple different ways, and each one is just amazing. It's so realistic. Next one is the computer animation mod, so they kind of just like slouch back in the chair a little bit more instead of sitting up straight, which again I love because of the realism. Phone call animations, this is how it looks, like slouched back in the chair again, or like sitting forward with the legs crossed, or they have some for the chair too. Super cute. Take a nap with infant. I thought this was already a feature, and it's not. You can help the infant take a nap, but the sim holding the infant can't take a nap. So now I have this one too. So we can have cozy baby nap times, even though we don't have any infants yet. This one I literally just downloaded right now. I didn't have it, but relaxed TV watching animations. You will also see this one in my game. And also all of these are a part of the public tier for Simkatsu. These aren't paid for. So anyone who can download custom content can have these. Next, we will talk about all of the Create a Sim mods that I have. Starting with the More Columns mod in Cast by Weirbasu. This is a huge game changer because the original game only comes with 2 columns, so if you have a lot of packs or if you have a lot of custom content, it takes forever to scroll through. I currently have 4 columns in my game. That is what works best with the size of my monitor. It varies for everybody, but this is a very helpful mod to have, and I would recommend this one. Next, we have the Stand Still and Create a Sim mod by Helgatisha. I have the coolness version, so they just stand straight, but they've got a little bit of a lean to them, and as it says, they stand still. There's no movements, there's nothing. Also by Helgatisha, I have the cast close-up, so this takes away all the emotion and their face just stays still the whole time that you are working on their face and their makeup and their accessories and everything. For Create a Sim lighting, I have the neutral light, which is this one right here, and this is by Simply and Judah. And the picture doesn't want to pull up right now, but you can see here this is the neutral light, whereas all of the rest of them kind of have a bit of a shadow. This one, in my opinion, is the best. It's the brightest, and you can see everything just in like the best lighting. Also by Simply and Judah is the no makeup, no accessories on randomized sims. So when you're randomizing your sim, trying to decide on which one you want to go forward with, it's kind of hard when every time you randomize they have a different pair of glasses or jewelry all over their face or hats or crazy makeup or whatever else. It's hard to see the blank canvas of the sim and what you're working with. So this is another one that's like a must-have. In the description it also says, from my understanding and testing, the same game mechanic is then also applied for any randomly generated townies in game. So you also won't have townies walking around with the crazy makeup and hats and accessories on their face. And the last Create a Sim mod that I want to show you is this Bear Skin Tone Pack by Lamatis. This makes such a big difference in my game. It adds such a variety of different skin tones between the neutral, warm, cool, olive skin tone, and it works with genetics. And yeah, this is just a must-have for me, and I would highly recommend this one to anyone else as well. For the last section of this video, I'm bringing you to one of my favorite custom content creators. This is RVSN or Ravashin. So any custom content functional items that you see in my game are by Ravashin, and that's it. I'm trying to keep it very clean and very simple. And these mods are so seamless with the game. They're Maxis match. They don't do anything crazy. Like if anything, it just makes the gameplay so much better. And I wish that these things were EA official and just implemented into the game already. So one item that I love that you guys have seen before if you watched my Castaways Let's Play is the Mood Swings custom content. So these are swings that you can literally place anywhere, and my favorite place to put them is under a tree. Next is this Into the Void Critter gaming tablet. I saw this and I was like, oh my god, this is perfect, because I feel like they make such a big deal out of Void Critter. Like there are so many Void Critter themed things but this big machine is the only way to play Void Critter. So I gave a bunch of Sims this little tablet so that they can all play without having this thing. It's perfect. And I've never even played with the Void Critter stuff because I just never wanted to buy that big game. So now like I get to actually explore this little piece of the game. Next we have Llama Love You Forever. These are Love Day or Valentine's Day cards that you can buy and hand out to your Sims. I feel like this is a cute Love Day edition. Just having these little cards. We can have the kids give their parents or their little friends some Love Day cards. Next is the Llama-zon card for shopping. I think I've had this in my game before, but I've never actually used it. So instead of using the computer, just put this in your Sims inventory and you can buy anything. You have all of these options with the Llama-zon shopping card. Then if you guys remember, in Liberty Lee's room, we saw some of these little drawings. This is the Look What I Drew custom content drawings that you can place on the cork board or on the wall. I love when the kids draw their little pictures and I love to put them up around the house. So with there being so many families, I feel like this is a perfect addition. Because we have a cheerleader, I got the Loud and Cheer invisible cheerleading mats. It's just better than that big blue, green, or pink one that I have already at the Sutton's house outside. I'd rather just use this. This is more of an aesthetic thing, but I like it. Not entirely necessary, but a nice addition for sure. Then I have the modern family photos so that we can have family portraits in all of the houses. This is another good one to have if you don't have the Life and Death pack, which came with a frame just like this. This is base game compatible, so anybody can use this one as long as you are able to download custom content. This is one that I have always loved. This is the 6 cents oil diffuser, so you can choose, of course you have to pay for it, but you can choose which scents to diffuse, and I don't know. It's just another cute little realistic thing that makes your Sims happy, and it makes me happy to see it. Then we have the art clip display. So I don't think this works with the drawings that I downloaded, but it does work with the actual pictures that kids draw, I'm pretty sure. But you can pin their drawings to this little clothespin string, which I love. Again, the realism. You can do one little clip or you can do a whole string of clips. The choice is yours. Then we have this base game functional toy bin with the decor blocks. So you can put the blocks anywhere you want and you can use this as an actual toy bin, which I've always wished we could do and always wondered why didn't they make this a toy bin? This is what most kids' toy bins look like. It's just a bin with toys thrown in there instead of an actual toy box. I love this. So I had to have this once I saw it. And now on to my last two. These are two of my favorite RVSN mods. I will talk about these until the day I die. They're some of the best mods. The iSolaf Photos camera. You can place this wherever you need to and take a photo. It comes out in perfect quality. You can have your Sims pose with the pose player, and you can use these photos to put in the frames. So if you want photos that are more customizable and photos that aren't just the selfies with the phone that you can zoom out or zoom in or like rotate, like this is the one to have. If you are someone who likes to do storytelling and take photos and make gallery walls in the house, like this is the thing for you. Get this right now. If I could only have one piece of custom content forever, it would be this camera. And the next one that I highly recommend is the no curtain snapping mod. Curtain snapping is one of the most annoying things I've ever dealt with in the Sims 4. So the no curtain snapping mod is a lifesaver. You can put the curtains anywhere you want, any height, any side placement, anywhere, without them trying to stick to the window. So this is another one. Go get this one. It's another one that I get used to and like forget that I even have the mod in the game, but then once it's gone, you notice it right away. Okay, well this is now a 3-hour recording. I did not think that I was gonna be talking for that long, but I had to go through everything for you guys, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope that it has made you as excited for this Let's Play as I am. If you guys have any more mod questions or recommendations or suggestions, let me know down in the comments as always. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more of this new Willow Creek series and more content like this from me in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.